Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Morgan Dollar Mondays with Massabesic Gold and Silver. This week I got a fun one for you. We're looking at an 1888 San Francisco Morgan Silver dollar. But before we get into all that, I am Dean with Massabesic Gold and Silver. Thank you so much for checking out my channel this week. I hope you keep coming back and checking out more of my content. And of course, I hope you comment and like as well. Well, let's just jump right in here. This is the 1888 San Francisco Morgan Silver dollar. These had a mintage of 657,000. That is quite low, but you got to remember most of these, actually the majority of them, if not all, were thrown into bags and then put into the San Francisco Mint vaults. Bowers writes that the 88S is scarce in mint state in the context of Morgan dollars, but enough exists there that there is no difficulty tracking down a nice example, especially in mint state 63 or mint state 64. And as he writes that most of these have nice strikes, but they do vary from poor to sharp, or a nice sharp strike. This is a legacy coin graded by CACG. Overall, it's a really nice coin. Not quite as high as a nice choice coin, but still, I think it's a nice coin. This is one of those coins that you'll hear a lot of people say a lot, buy the coin, not the holder. Well, this is definitely a coin that I bought and definitely not the holder. So this is a VAM, and it is not attributed on the CACG holder. And which VAM is it? Well, this is a VAM 13 gouged eagle, or as some people call it, monster gouged reverse. This is part of the hit list 40 of VAMs. For those of you who are new to VAMs, I'll just briefly say there are several lists. There's the top 100 VAMs. There's the hot list of 50, or the hot 50, and then there is the hit list of 40. And this one here is definitely VAM 13, which shows up on that hit list of 40. And we're going to look here what makes it this. You're going to see these marks very clearly in the eagle's feathers by the tail and on the fletchings of the the arrows. You can see here how the eagle's neck is almost attached to the eagle's wing. And you can actually see some doubling here in some of these leaves in the wreath. So all those little indicators tell us that this is a VAM 13, that is, for the 88S. Overall, this coin does have some nice luster. Bowers does write that many of these 88Ss actually are usually quite attractive. And there are some exceptions to the luster, but for the majority of them all, that they are absolutely nice and lustrous. He will say, though, really, really sharp pieces are definitely in the minority. You're going to see some dye polish here on the obverse as well. Why am I showing you this dye polish? Well, it's important because some people, to the novice collector, might think this is cleaning, but there is some dye polish here. I'm going to use the CACG photos here. You can see the dye polish clearly right before Liberty's forehead, underneath Liberty's chin, and just above Liberty's cap. I'm also going to show you here a PCGS coin that was labeled a VAM 13 gouged eagle, and you're going to see the same dye polish on the obverse. Right above the cap and just before Liberty's forehead, and these are all indicators to say that this coin is from the same die as the other coin, which then furthers my point that this is a VAM 13, even though it is not on the label. So some of you might be thinking, well, why is this important? Who cares if it's on the label or not? Well, a nice 88S Morgan will run you X amount of dollars, and a nice VAM 88S for some collectors is going to be have a little bit more money added to that price. So there's got to be a premium on this coin. I will say I did very well on this coin. We'll get into that a little later, but I just want to again show you these because I think a lot of people might confuse these marks as cleaning, but no, they are definitely dye polish. Here is the PCGS coin. You're going to see that it sold for $720 a little less than a year ago. And it's a really nice example, but again, you still see all of those dye polish marks that we see on my coin that I have. I want to take a look at the reverse again to see those gouge marks. I'll freeze at different points in the video so you can check it out, and of course you can always watch the video again if you really want to see in particular. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here to see, and I'll remind you, I'll put up the diagram to show you where we're looking exactly for those gouge marks. for it to be a VAM 13 gouged eagle. These marks are not subtle, so it's really easy in a sense to spot these. I'm actually surprised the dealer that had this coin did not take a look. It is a larger dealer, so maybe they just had a little bit of they overlooked this coin, which is, I guess shame on them, because I did get a deal on it, so it's good for me. But again, overall, I think this is a nice coin. This is not a choice coin. You probably can see that. There are quite a few contact marks, which to me doesn't really distract from the coin because it is still a mint state coin. And the 888S, like I said, can be a little tricky to find. Here's those die polish marks again, just to remind you that's not cleaning. And then let's just take a look at the luster here. Or just take a step back, looking at this coin a little bit and just enjoy the luster. Again, Bowers talks about how most of these do have really, really nice looking luster, and I think this coin definitely does. The strike I wouldn't say is sharp, but I wouldn't say it's weak either or poor. You can see all the feathers in the eagle's breast, and then even on the obverse is quite nice for a nice mint state 62 88S. Really nice coin. Yes, it's not a 63, but I was looking for a 63, but I found this 62. And like I said, when I got a closer look, I saw that it was a VAM. The CACG said $673 on this coin. I actually picked up this coin for $575, which isn't too bad as far as I'm concerned. And then that coin, the VAM 13 PCGS coin, that actually ended up selling at auction back in March 2023 for $720 on Heritage. If you were to try to buy a VAM 13 today on eBay, the cheapest one I could find was $950. So I think I did pretty good here. I'm not in the habit of flipping coins. I don't know if I am going to flip this coin. I think it's going to stay in my collection for a little while. Maybe a long while. I don't know. I really like this coin. I think it does have a good look. It's definitely a mint state 62. I know some people think that CACG is a little too tough. To me, I think it is a solid grade. I don't know. Go ahead and put in the comments if you agree with me or not. But the obverse does have a lot of contact marks. The reverse isn't as bad, but you can still see there are quite a bit of contact marks here. The luster, though, I think is fantastic, and I think the strike is meh. That's my professional opinion. How about that? It's not flat, but it's not really, really strong either. Just looking here, I'm sorry, I'm getting lost in the luster. You know me, I really like the San Francisco Mint. I really like the flashy luster. And this is just one of those coins that's really, really nice overall. And the fact that it is part of, that it is a VAM, really does make it a little bit more special. Now, granted, some people will say, well, it's not in the top 100. It's not in the hot 50. It's in the hit list of 40, which are some newer VAMs that people are collecting. So it might not be, as some people might say, well, it's not as desirable, but I really think that this is a really fantastic example. And I think if you were looking for a really nice 88S, and you couldn't find a nice 63 or 64 to add to your collection, hey, maybe a nice 62 VAM would be fun to add. So I think I did well, and I hope that you all think I did well. So go ahead and put in the comments if you think I did, or if you think I shouldn't have bought this coin. Anyway, until we meet again, everybody, I hope you stay safe and continue to enjoy.